Welcome back, Kingston, to another NTW3 battle. We are on Borodino. Now, this map is been played, I feel like almost too much sometimes where people stopped wanting to play it, so, you know, the replays kind of dropped off. But you know what? We're back with it, and man, I do love a good Borodino match. Today is going to be an exceptionally beautiful match. Man, the Russians, I'm telling you, they got some amazing kills from their side. The French did too, but man, I'm looking at the Russians, and I honestly don't know who won this, but it's kind of hard to tell from that replay results. But buckle down, guys, because we are going to find out together. Now, we are looking from the French perspective, and you can see already we have an 11-point Borodino pushing forward here. The left flank, you have an 11-point Ney, and Victor is behind with Yuzhin on the right flank. Now, of course, we do not know the 4 Russian armies, but you can bet that they got some good guard units, some good, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have, you know, a cav corps, dragoons, cavalry ever. You can see some Ghazaris scouting this right-hand side as Ney is pushing forward. Now, I'm curious, because usually there's either a huge fight over here on this right side, or kind of a fight for this open area right here. However, we have seen a replay where the fight started here and kind of trickled into this area, and there was a big old fight for this, you know, high ground. Now we can see already, yep, the dragoons, the Russians brought that cav corps, a lot of really good cavalry. The French are not going to be too happy to see this on the field, you can imagine, especially since they do not have a cav corps, which could be a mistake, could not. You know, they do have some cuirassiers, some heavy cav, some light cav as well. You know, they don't have Murat necessarily, but they did bring some nice chunk of artillery, though, although it is not defended by any cavalry whatsoever. Let's just take a second to look at this with the sun going. Like, look at this field, guys. That almost looks, if you take this away, if I actually can, this almost, if you take away those flags, those banners, this almost looks like a painting. It looks so realistic. You have the building, you have the infantry. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, enough oohing and awing about the map. Now, of course, this is 9.3. I have not done 9.4 yet. I had a couple more replays. You'll be happy once you see. And actually, I realized I recorded one last week, a replay, and I never uploaded it. I don't know where my brain was, but I will get that one rendered and uploaded before this one, and then this one will go up. So, you know, you get 2 in 1, and, you know, you'll be much happier because it's more than I've been doing lately. Look at this. We got Ney's infantry all set up next to what I'm assuming would be like a cathedral. Look at these nice French lines. They're all ready to go. And the sun's just perfect, you know, it's like afternoon, maybe it's late morning. I'm not sure which. I'm gonna say it's late morning. I don't know which way is east. But yeah, we have more French infantry. We have, looks like, some artillery about to set up here. They're gonna have a river kind of defending them. Now we have the Russians, who I'm assuming have set up their battery maybe along this side. We have some of those Russian troops. Let's pull the map back up, and they are going along, you know, being defensive, as they were on Borodino. Looks like we do have artillery set up over here. More of those beautiful-looking dragoons. The artillery firing. Looks like a horse artillery trying to go for the French guns. The LOC has been taken over here. In France, they're kind of just securing their land first. Kind of securing the area before maybe pushing forward too much, which gives us a kind of chance to enjoy the beautiful uniforms. Ooh, artilleries. We start getting a little brutal here. Got some Lancers with more. The 93rd. Oh, man, France is taking some hits here. Now, Borodino, guys, has some chunky units. Let me tell you, you can see 235 men, and they have a couple of those. Oh, they got the Grenadier columns. At least one of them. Very nice looking. And, of course, Victor will be rolling in. And, actually, we have Yuzhin pushing over. Okay, so looks like, yes, look at this. Russia actually was anticipating a push over here, and they actually have their lines strung out in the defense. In fact, they seem to be going on the offense right now. I think they've realized the French are not there yet. And so this artillery battery may actually be well deployed, just sitting right here and taking some shots at the Russians as the rest of Yuzhin, Victor, and Borodino mass their infantry in this center. Looks like skirmishers are already going to fire here. We have a lot of we got some cavalry going in, maybe. No, maybe not. I think they were considering it. Oh, hold that thought. I believe we have... Oh, the artillery. That is unfortunate. It was just kind of sitting up there. I'm assuming they forgot about it. They got it sniped by some guns. It's super susceptible when when limbered up. And the Russians definitely took huge advantage of that. Russia actually may push across because France is definitely falling back. They do not want to push that side. I've still yet to see where the French seem to want to make their attack, because as of right now, guys, this is an attack kind of a battle here for the French. They have to push. They have to take some LOCs. They do not have any, except for one way back here and one on the flank, and then one, I guess, over here as well in Borodino itself, plus on the flank. But you know, the majority of them are all in Russians' control, and probably going to keep it that way. Now, we do have some cavalry maybe going to scout out the French position. More and more Russians pushing across. Wow, Russia's getting aggressive here. Look at that. You can see them spanning all the way over there. They're getting very aggressive. This is definitely a different battle by far. I do see something that I never like to see artillery up in the front lines that often, at least. Especially if Russia's depending on their guns. They should keep them back a little bit, like up on this high ground maybe, and have their infantry in intervals and have their artillery just doing some work. Now, they have artillery setting up over here, being very defensive, obviously. They have cavalry defending it. They have skirmishers pushing forward. Yuzhin's infantry is rolling over to this side, so you can see the almost entirety of the French are massing up here, and I hope we will see an attack of some sort. Is that a guard artillery? Looks like it. Some Royal Guard, maybe some Italian artillery. The rest of this 4-gun, what is this, 6-pounder, firing on the Russian light infantry company. So they have light and skirmish infantry. Man, I'm out of practice here. Looks like we had a clash here. Some Chasseurs Cheval clashing with some Dragoons. The Dragoons may come back. Seems a decent amount of them left. France did get a volley or two off, potentially. I think they're not going to see that Chasseurs Cheval come back. What I was saying before is, if this artillery is broken, then Russia's probably going to retreat. But we do have a big push happening here. We got cavalry running in, probably going to go for some little skirmishers. Oh, I hope they don't lose everything. Let's see if France can skirm down, or at least break a little bit of this Russian hussar before they make impact. Oh, this is not looking too good, guys. This skirmisher, actually, we lost 8 men. I'm not sure how they've only lost 8 men. Okay, now it's lost. Oh, this artillery, though. Looks like we have some cavalry charging, try to go for some skirmishers, maybe some canister as well. France using their cavalry as best they can to defend their skirm line. I think they're trying to use their skirmishers to break apart that artillery piece. Russia did lose their cavalry, and more of Yuzhin's dragoons going over. More skirms still set up here. This artillery making mincemeat of this light infantry. Man, they have caused them to waver, and they're going to fall back, having received some heavy losses from that artillery piece. And Borodino shouldn't be letting his infantry just take such point-blank fire. I mean, he's losing, we can start losing men over the long run, unless they plan on making a real push here. For now, though, I'm assuming, oh yeah, here we go. Another cav charge. Man, I'm seeing Russia just send their cav in all on their lonesome. Oh no, they're going to get charged in the back here. Some Chasseurs Cheval probably running them down a little bit. Now they may break as they get countercharged by more Russian Lancers who may actually go straight in. France is just getting their cav pulled apart and dissected and destroyed by the Russians. Now we do have Ney who has set his forces up. Man, France doesn't look like they are interested at all in going on the offensive. They look very much defensive at this point in time, which is why Russia is now setting the momentum. If Russia hits in the right area, they can destroy the French here. I think that both sides are being a little passive here. I don't think they both have revealed their cards yet. And I think Russia's hoping they can just whittle down the French for a while, you know, let the clock wind down a little bit and take advantage of the fact that they have the LOC advantage at this point. I would maybe push across here. If I was Russia, I would be pushing into this town of Borodino and taking the LOC back and establishing a foothold there to make it more difficult. If Ney wants to attack, then they would have a flank they could then swing in if Ney pushes, and if Ney doesn't, if Ney pushes for this town, they have a flank that can defend, and Ney can't push on both sides very easily. Eugene did pull back to this right side. So we have some grenadiers who are falling back, as Russia has secured this LOC as well. So, man, France is on the back foot right now, guys. Things are not looking too hot for them. I'm suspecting they're going to try to let their guns here in the center kind of dictate, you know, dictate the battle. They're just getting plastered, though, by artillery as well. Now, Russia is issuing out of the trees, and Eugene is going to have to form up to meet him. A lot of Italian troops, looks like. Almost looks like Westphalians. The uniform reminds me, okay, well, it's not exactly. It's like the white and blue is Westphalians. They have a lot of this Italian line infantry. Russia is getting all the time in the world they need to set up. See what I mean, though? This artillery is so much in danger of actually being attacked. Looks like we had some Chasseurs Cheval charge for the guns, maybe? I don't know. And Russia doesn't quite honestly have that many guns. It doesn't look like they do. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Russia is just having a field day. France just can't answer this. They've lost another skirmisher. They're just getting hit by artillery. This is not going well. This is actually, this may turn out to be historically accurate for the French. They may take some heavy losses, even if they maybe take the field. I guess we'll see. But Russia is going to be receiving an attack from Ney now. Nothing has pulled across. This is probably the biggest battery I've seen so far for the Russians. They have artillery. Yeah, that's 6 guns right here on this flank. And Ney is going to have to face. It is going straight into Ney. Oh, do we have another charge here? Nope. But we do have a fight looking to be starting up here on the flank. Eugene throws in the Carabiniers into this LOC. They're going to hold their line fast, and it does look like those, yeah, the French grenadiers are just rolling around in the back lines of Russia. But Russia seems to make an attack here. See, if Russia pulled some forces here and then attacked right here as well, things could go a little better maybe for the Russians. There is, of course, this Grand Battery that they'd have to deal with, contend with. But I'm worried that this Russian attack is going to kind of go in piecemeal with no true results. They can't outshoot the French. They're not going to be able to, and I think they're trying to right now. I don't even see the light infantry. What is artillery? Is artillery canistering? Oh, do we have another charge? Oh my goodness. Who don't know, can't deal with this Russian cav. Just can't deal with it. They've lost all their skirmishers. Unfortunately, no real results yet. Now, we do have Borodino pushing forward, which is probably why he lost it. He was concentrating on this push right here. We have France making an attack here with Russia making their stand. They have artillery staggered behind their lines. And here comes France. They're running right into the meat grinder. This is going to be a costly attack. That's my prediction.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, they're going for a point-blank attack. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to fire in time? Oh, my goodness. That was just in time. That may have actually saved them, although the artillery may break this French unit. All right, over here on this side, I believe we have cavalry charging in here on the back lines here. They did wipe out that artillery piece, which is going to make Russia just that much more aggressive, potentially, on this side. The cavalry not able to deal with them. Oh. What is going on here? Oh, no, that's not good. Alright, well, France has lost one of their generals. Not looking too good. But this attack is going okay. I mean, they're definitely getting a lot of hurt. Oh. These three lines are just going to get knocked into the ground. They're going straight into a very well-defended position by Russia. Is this insanity or not? No, but here you have Victor, and he can exploit a gap in the lines now. Maybe they can encircle this. Maybe they're going to push over here and attack. I would attack this flank of Russia, maybe. Either way, we have France going right for the earthworks. Oh, man. Oh, man, France. France is just getting wasted here. And they are going to fall back, having lost heavily on that attack. And now, once again, Russia just running down the French infantry. They cannot form square. This artillery may actually be in danger. I don't think the French know what they want to do. I sense indecisiveness from the French. And the Russians, it's a very easy job for them. They just gotta... All they gotta do, guys, is defend their lines, which they're doing, and let the French make mistakes and exploit them. Of course, the French, they still have options here. They still have enough forces here that they can make an attack. Victor may actually making a very well-formulated attack. I see some reserve lines pushing forward. I don't see a lot of Russians on this side. They're making their stand here. I do believe we have Russia making an attack. Now, this artillery should be clicking behind the unit, not on the unit. First of all, it lights up that artillery so everybody knows where it is. And also, it's not as accurate. It's going to aim for the ends of lines, is what I've been told. So, right-click right behind where you want it to hit, and it will give you some beautiful kills over the long run. Now, hopefully, Yuzhin is not defending their allies' flank. We have Victor pushing forward. I would hope to see Yuzhin be in reserve so that Russia doesn't roll into this flank and crush it. I did see some cuirassiers. You know, they'd be perfectly well used right here. I guarantee you these guys cannot form square. Once they've been shooting for a little bit, just send them in, and they will crush this Russian line decisively, and then you can send the infantry in behind. But for now, ooh, we have artillery set up. This is the perfect time to have cavalry doing some action. Russia is not able to focus them down with their artillery as it is still moving forward. But Russia has a very defensible position with that river. And then, of course, they have some high ground to fall back to as Meanwhile, the rest of Russia's just kind of sitting back. Like this Cav could be doing something over on the other side at least. Just be defensive. But you see what I mean? Now we have Yuzhin. They do have some troops here. Russia's not being a... Russia could be exploiting Victor's push. Like pressuring this flank. Like pushing with a lot of infantry, cavalry to defend their line. Goes right here. Like look at this. It is literally wide open. I mean, Yuzhin is pushing forward to kind of back up this Victor push. But if Russia raised their infantry right here, start firing on the flank, it would threaten any advance that the French made. Alright guys, we're back. It crashed, of course, you know. Can't be without, you know, you can't go with the good replay eventually without it crashing at some point. But here we are at the rear of the Yuzhin advance to reinforce Victor in the front lines. Look how beautiful that looks. Whew. That's very nice. Let's see if the French can make a move here. I'm kind of excited to see if they can. Oh, we do have Russians set up. Oh, the artillery's about to go ham on the French position again. And look at the thick rows of Frenchmen ready for... Ooh. That's not going to make it. That's not going to make it. Not even close. Now we do have Russia pushing up on this flank as I maybe had predicted, maybe. Or at least had hypothetically said, you know, what could happen that would threaten the whole French attack. And it is happening. That Russian skirm sitting there shooting on the flank, that's got to be demoralizing. And we're about to see the first of the Russian artillery go tearing in. Oh my gosh. To this French. Oh, it's the General Yuzhin. Oh, that was a close one. And you saw immediately the infantry broke. Immediately. They are not actually doing too hot at all. And the French over here are just kind of chilling. This is when Napoleon isn't on the field, you know? It seems... I know I'm repeating myself again, but there's indecisiveness by the French here. And it is costing them men constantly. Oh, please tell me they can form square. They do form square. And this battle, ooh, actually, we have some smoke over here. Maybe we have a bit of a fight on our hands. Now it is cavalry getting pushed back by Russian infantry. I wonder if these players were all in a VC together. Although I've had battles before where you just literally feel like you don't know what to do. Because it is hard unless someone's calling the shots and telling you, hey, I'm going to go here, just back me up, can you do this, can you do that? It's kind of hard to deal with that, you know? Oh my goodness, we have a Russian or a French infantry that's parked right behind here. That's going to cause a little bit of confusion in the Russian lines, I am sure. They're like, wait, is there a French army behind us? They may break infantry off, maybe. Just to double check.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
But you can see the French are going to fall back. They cannot stand up against that. Yeah, they can't stand up against that artillery. And that's going to cause them to fall back. But I mean, where do you go? They tried to stand here. That didn't work. They tried to push here, and that didn't work. What's left for them to do? Push back over Borodino. It's going to take a while to get all their forces over there. They'll probably have about 30 minutes when it's all said and done to mobilize all to the left side. So I guess maybe they can hope that the Russians get greedy and push across even more on this right flank. Maybe that will happen. They could push across and then they could outflank them using their cav. I'm still expecting to see some heavy cav from the French, you know, getting used here. And you see now there's a lot of scouting happening. Russia may be getting a little greedy. They got the artillery kind of pushing up a little close. So we had a Russian charge of cavalry. Gonna get some skirmishers. It did not work well for them. And we have Yuzhin once again moving over.
Our men are running, sir.
Skirmisher does break though after probably from focused artillery fire. And it does appear that Russia is just pushing a little bit. You can see pushing forward. He's probably going to get his artillery across. Now, if France now counterattacks, look at this. They're getting greedy here. They're pushing everything across. Advance everything. Get your cavalry, get your infantry, and just go right into this line right here. Heavy cavalry, those crosshairs right here. Just push them in. Pushing the infantry. The artillery's not set up. They cannot shoot very well. That's what I would do right now. And I would have told Yuzhin to stay with me. Or, I don't know. Yuzhin already shifted over, so Victor's by himself. Borodino has 2 lines, but Russia's going to set up and shoot him again with artillery. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what France's real plans are anymore. They are getting pushed back. They never even made it across the river. Briefly on this side they did, but they have not even made it across this open field. Maybe that's why usually you have a French army push over here to threaten the flank so they can't just push, you know? And then France can coordinate and attack from 2 sides. But in this case, the French all went this way. Did not work out too well. Oh, hold that. I thought we have a cavalry engagement here, which looks like Russia's winning. Yep. Now that's a really good Lancer, or, never mind, that's not. Both sides mutually breaking. And France may actually take the W, or maybe not. If they do, they're gonna barely win that. Yeah, I think Russia may actually lose this. They're wavering, they may break. And all the cav will be gone over here. Either way, this side's been really quiet. It's all quiet on the whatever side that is. There we go, more artillery set up. Let's see if they can snipe this. Oh, come on. Get some cavalry. You can snipe it. Maybe they'll get lucky. Oh, the artillery is starting to come into play for the French now, so they may actually be pulling. They look like they're going to start pulling the Russians into some shooting range kind of shots from the artillery. I mean, they're going to start tearing into those Russian lines, but still no one is being aggressive. Everybody is just kind of chilling back, letting the artillery do the play. That's why I only bring 1 artillery, just so I won't do that. It's very, very easy to just sit back and try to let your artillery do a lot of damage. But in this case, I think it's hurting both sides right now. They're letting the artillery, although, I mean, Russia's being just super systematic about it. But now the artillery's in play. You know, they can start making their push with like they're going to on the left side. Still waiting to see some counterattack by France. Oh man, this Russian contingent of forces here is actually, this could be a big break for the French if they can attack it. It's kind of isolating itself. We do have Russia actually pushing across here, so France actually has an opportunity to be defensive for a little while, and this could work out in their favor. There's not going to be an unequal set of ground. They have larger regiments than the Russians. The Russians can't use their artillery to, you know, super high effect. I mean, they're pushing up horse artillery. But it looks like Russia's actually going to all offensive. They are not being patient anymore. I think they are just ready to go. Oh no. Alright, well, they're gonna save their artillery. Why they pushed their infantry back and left their artillery as it was, I do not understand. Uh-oh. It's not over yet. Oh, it broke. Wow. This is just been an odd plays by especially the French. This is not how I usually see the French played. I usually see them doing a little more melee, not just trying to shoot. Russia at least has, you know, some good shooters on their flanks. But Russia has cavalry, and I'm surprised it's not working out for them. Now we do have cavalry from France. It's gonna go in here.
We have killed their general, sir.
What?
Now they must break.
Oh, wow. France got a sneaky charge off of the Chasseur Cheval, killing a Russian general. We even have artillery and cavalry now potentially getting broken. Oh, they're going for the flank. Are they going for the flank? No, they're going for the artillery. Can they make it? If these guys can hold it together and not break right here, they can go for the Russian flank. This could turn the tides, guys. If they backcharge this Russian line, still, this could shift things back in favor of the French very quickly here. Oh, come on, send the cuirassiers in, please. You're driving me insane. Pull this line back, run them right in here. Just smack right into these two lines. Then you can run them this direction. You delete 4 regiments with 1, and then pull them back as you push your infantry up. Russia seems to be getting a little impatient here. They are pushing over everything. Maybe things are going to tip back in the French's favor on this right flank, and maybe Russia will be very justified in actually making that attack. Ooh, this is risky. They may make it. They may break and delete this artillery unit. Yep, they're going to break them.
Our men are running.
But that is a really good cav unit from Russia that is now going to break. And Russia's running out of cavalry over here. Send in the dragoons. The nice thing is France can fall back into this forest. And in fact, they should on this side. I mean, fall back, use the high ground, use that tree line. It looks like Ney's actually pushing on this left flank a little bit, maybe trying to harass the Russians' advance. We finally have a dragoon charge going in against the Russians who have hussars basically. And those are not going to do well, and this is where Russia probably is going to start breaking apart. Once they lose their cav advantage, and France has their cav advantage, they can start running down the Russians. Like, they could run these guys this way and then collapse on this unit, although it'd be better to take out these light infantry. You know, push up some infantry, get a flanking bayonet charge on them. Oh, wow. We have some heavy cuirassier crashing into Huguenot's lines here. Not a great charge, and they're using this cav very defensively, this cuirassier. I still want to see a heavy cav charge. It's best against infantry. But now Russia's actually falling back. France can make a counterattack. Looks like Russia is being aggressive here. I think they should be very defensive if they want to win this. Their flank may collapse, but if they hold this line strong, I mean, they can win. They still have 35 minutes to go in the battle. But still, I think they can still do something here. And they are falling back. This attack kind of flopped down on itself, unfortunately. And now Russia is on the retreat. Here we go. There's that cav, like I was saying, to harass the enemy. And they get there. Break another Russian line. And you're going to start seeing how easy it is to actually pick apart Russian line infantry, especially when you have that cavalry. And now Russia's lost their artillery on this side, Russia can actually is going to be unable to really hold it as well as they were before. France could start really putting a lot of pressure on them. Flank seems to be doing alright for now. We have a lot of French from Ney pushing across the river. Oh man, they could do a bayonet charge. Oh, what is going on here? A nice back charge by the Dragoons, hitting Ney's rear line. See if Ney's paying attention. He can form a square here. Come on, Russia, France, pay attention. Holy cow. They're so focused on these guns that they're going to lose a totally squareable line infantry to some Dragoons, which is unfortunate. And they may take on this artillery, but they're going to lose 2 more lines. That's not a good trade, in my opinion. Russia's just going to charge from 3 different sides, having caught the French in a trap and just break them with some grenadiers. Yeah, France doesn't stand a chance here, and you can see, yeah, Guard, wow. They definitely didn't stand a chance. And the slow, this has been a very long, slow battle so far. Like, the grounds being made have not been lightning fast. It's been a very gradual, like, kind of like a wearing away at the enemy kind of thing, so. Which is going to cause a lot of kills and a lot of deaths this way. There's no shock to morale to just rout units without killing them. They're literally being killed to half strength, and then they break. Alright, we're back to square one here. France is back at it in the same place they were before. Though it does look like we still have some Russian cav in the back lines. There is still some French cavalry. I bet you they're going to try to snipe that artillery. They're still hidden. You see they're hidden, so we'll see. They may actually get it. I don't think so. They're going to get it. I don't think so. Hidden. Not hidden. Go. Run. Oh, come on, run. Okay, don't give a charge order because they'll hear it and will turn. They may actually get this. I don't think France or Russia was paying attention. And a stroke of luck, the artillery piece is gone. France managed to get it and sneak back out there with Eugene's cavalry. And look at the wavering already happening. I mean, I'm assuming the general's dead on this side. France should be trying to attack a lot harder than they are, in my opinion. You saw how basically the morale is so feather thin, or light as a feather, I guess is the word. Paper thin, there's the word. It's paper thin, the morale. France can afford to use attack. They have plenty of troops. They have really good troops, especially for melee. Grenadiers, and I mean, they got some good lines of infantry in the back. Oh, do we have finally some Crossiers making a charge? This is looking like a very good charge, to be honest. And we need to pull them back. More Russians issuing out of the tree line. Now, what Russia could be doing is they could set some troops in this forest to protect their flank, fall back a little bit higher up, especially if they don't have artillery, and let the French push in, and they'll have some flanking fire from the forest. They have cavalry sitting on the flank here. Push the cav in, force them into square, and push these two lines up. Do a coordinated infantry and cavalry attack, maybe. Maybe they're just trying to stay back just because they don't want to get meleeed themselves, especially with that reserve line pushing up. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Over on this side, Russia's not going to win this now. They don't have as good a quality. They're shooting uphill. A lot of their bullets probably aren't even hitting. Whereas these guys, they're going to probably do a lot more damage. Although you can see a lot of bullets hitting on the hill behind. Quite literally an uphill battle. Ooh, are we gonna see a bayonet charge here? Maybe on the flank? That's gonna be starting to hurt. We still have this Russian cavalry just going in. I mean, Ney's whole flank keeps collapsing in on itself. That cavalry and infantry coordinating. Grenadiers, guys, and guard infantry is going to be a tough one for them. These guys mean business. Wow, he's even rushing them forward here. Oh my goodness, we have a bayonet charge by Russia. I think it's the first true bayonet charge. Well, we had one before, I guess. Probably exhausted running through the river. Here we go, that cavalry charging in. Oh man, Ney's in a pickle, and he doesn't seem to be able to really stop this from happening. Oh, we have the Dragoons pushing in. Not a very good cav charge, unfortunately. You can see they're kind of grazing a bunch of units. And it's causing a lot of them to get shot, but they did break some units in the center. I think they're going, wow, straight in here with the guard units, cavalry, some chasseurs cheval as well, and the Russian center breaks. Told you guys, it didn't take much. It really doesn't take that much. But in the meantime, Russia's just making big gains against Ney. Ney's lost over half his army. But if they just hold fast, the rest of this will go pretty well now that Russia is broken on the flank. Oh, they had so much cavalry. They had some dragoons, some lancers. Unfortunately, they were not in their center to defend their lines. And now we have Eugene and Victor pushing across this river for the first time this battle. Finally making the advance that they've been trying to make for quite some time. And there's that Russian cavalry running down Eugene's cav. Udno's just gonna hold fast, it looks like, on the hill. You're talking about the blood and death this hill has seen. Oh, we have a cav charge going in against Victor's line. He does form a square or two. And that Lancer charge breaks against the mass of French infantry. What's left of Russia is kind of going to make the last stand. Looks like they have 4 units here with some cavalry support. But now, actually, Yushin could start pushing, and they should start pushing on this Russian flank. You see they fell back and are kind of defending the line, which means Borodino can now start putting a lot more pressure on the Russian center. I guess their center still. Russia's still trying to push up this hill. This has been a slogging fight for them. One that they've taken some losses now. Here we go, Eugene. Start shifting over. Yep, Russia is going to get outflanked. They have to pull back. This side actually is probably going to keep pushing, but this whole center... This is now the Russian center. There is a far right, or technically left flank for the Russians, but this is now the center of the Russian line. And they're going to have to fall back, maybe sit with their guns, kind of defend here. Oh wow, Russia is making some real gains here. Look at the mass breakage that's starting to happen. Look at the wavering. They're shook. They're wavering. Ney is about to just fall in pieces. What's left of this Russian force is making their stand. Oh, the cuirassiers! Now that is a good charge. Unfortunately, they need something to keep them in the fight. Oh, keep clicking them away! Keep clicking them away! No, don't let them stay in the fight. No, pull them back. Well, in this case, I guess it seems to be working out for them. They're tired already just from that brief conflict. I'm assuming he's gonna lose them now. They're gonna go. Yep. Heavy cav is powerful, but also delicate. Can't just, keep it in a fight too long. Now we do have Udo sending in some sappers against the square, kind of catching the Russians unawares and starting to break them. So actually their attack is starting to fail a little bit. What is left of Russia seems to have totally broken off to fall back to this defensive position. You have Eugene's cavalry trying to run down, looks like some infantry and some enemy Russian cav. Ooh, they're going to go for this horse artillery. And finally, the Russians' artillery breaks. Oh, here these sappers should get a medal. They have broken several units now, just running down the line. Just causing that morale issues for the Russians. Oh, Eugene better watch how he's going to get caught by some dragoons. Oh wow, we even have Ney's troops came back. Look at this. They're winded, but they're still in this fight. I would say even a cheeky little bayonet charge may actually help when coordinated just right. But now we're getting close to that time we can start considering low seas. You start considering what you have, what you don't have. So we have bayonet charge. Russia paid attention there, saw it, sent troops to divert to it, and they should win this. Not too much trouble. I do believe this is the last of it. I mean, I think France is going to win this for sure, guys. They have a lot of infantry still freed up, and Russia does not. Russia's actually going almost toe-to-toe now with the French here. Borodino still has some troops, Ney still has a couple. We'll see. 18 minutes remaining. Russia needs to keep some LOCs here. We start looking here. I mean, no one's really taking it LOCs. I mean, France has this one, and that's about it. No, Russia in melee now. But Yuzhin is pushing over some more grenadiers. They're here maybe just in the nick of time as Russia starts, Borodino just starts mass routing. Let's see if we can get some grenadiers into this fight. See if they can stop this line breaking. They're getting thrown straight in here. Well, that was saved for now. France, however, is going to get charged again by more Russians. Let's see if these grenadiers can get a counter volley off. Maybe they're going to bayonet charge it, I'm not sure. One of these guys have inspires or, you know, something. Oh, there we go. They charging in. Or not.
Our men are running, sir.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. Ooh, we have a bayonet charge here by France. Victor going in against the Russian line. Russia finally got caught. Bit of a cav clash here. No contest for those tribunes. Yeah, despite this such a successful push on Ney and Borodino, I think the Russians are going to lose this. I mean, they're rotating in the wrong direction away from the LOC. I mean, these could still go in their favor as, you know, there's a lot of redlining happening on the French lines. But still, I mean, there's a lot of, there's a good chunk of French who are just going down the Russian line. Russia not able to react in time. Appearing actually to be losing. As less and less of them are there to stand in this line fight. Oh, and the cav in the back. Just go, oh yeah, please tell me they're gonna go straight in. Just go straight at this Russian line. They will break them so fast. Yeah, you see just in time, this whole, Borodino's whole front line is just breaking in pieces. And it looks like Russia's once again running down more of Borodino's troops. This was definitely an interesting fight. I mean, I'm not sure, you know, there's obviously people just having fun playing the game. There was definitely some questionable strategies. I mean, if you watch my live streams when I play this, you can definitely guarantee you that you're going to see some questionable strategies employed by me, because it's hard to think when you're, you know, in the game itself. Ooh, nice square form. They're going to stop that cavalry dead in its tracks. We have a guard unit, that's why it survived so long. And seems to be holding its own quite well. We're gonna get a point-blank volley here. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, man. And that breaks them. Get a little bit of fast forward button. This battle I think is going to go the entire time. Who knows? It may go, yeah, 12 minutes remaining. I think no one's really caring about LOCs at the moment. They're all just kind of going in for it. We have this poor Russian line just kind of fighting against a huge ring of French troops. But there they go. They're going to break. The artillery is pretty much all that's left for Russia and just the small contingent of forces here. And I'm assuming Russia's going to try to go out with a bang here. Poor Borodino just doesn't have the squares to deal with all these dragoons that Russia keeps throwing at them. But France has some very good troops left in this fight. I mean, they have their grenadiers. They have the Royal Guard. I mean, yeah, they have some good troops. I think they can definitely take this. I'm gonna hit the fast button again, though, because I don't know what's going to happen if both sides are just going to kind of be afraid to actually go to the next. I mean, maybe they're both going to peel off for LOCs at this point in time, because the play roles are totally reversed now. Russia is attacking and France seems to be defending. They both switch different positions. It's kind of ironic and funny. Oh, we may have France actually trying to make an attack. Let's see. Yeah, Russia has artillery set up. Now France may be making a... Ooh, hold that thought. Diffusion die. Yep, Fusion has been killed. Victor received a bayonet charge from Russia. His morale looking pretty wavery.
Our men are running first.
If Victor just collapses on the side, which looks like he is very quickly collapsing, maybe time for them to just pull back and go stock a bunch of LOCs and wait. 7 minutes remaining. I mean, it looks like Yuzhin is going to go straight into the enemy. Oh, Gren v. Gren. And Yuzhin's not looking too hot. France is holding. I mean, Russia's holding, sorry. Let's see, though. Maybe this trickle-down effect may help France win this. These Grenadiers are definitely going to win this fight against the Russians. Let's see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's going to start tipping in France's favor. Although the cavalry's going to go in. These stakes, I don't think he notices them. Oh, no! Oh, that is unfortunate. Now, France still has some troops left Looks like a general from Russia is being engaged. Artillery. This may be it for Yuzhin's force. Yeah. Alright, well, France is going to keep going in. This may actually be a Russian victory after all. They did end up forming a square. That's probably saved them from just total obliteration. Looks like Victor's going to go in with his grenadiers. Yeah, this battle's way too stinking close right now. Victor's second Grenadier Company is going to try to make it here. Russia going in to try to stop them. Catch them in their tracks. May break them. Ooh, they're going to break. They're going to break. They have to break. That was canister. Yeah, plus another cav unit. Man. Russia holds it fast. They held the hill. And they have a very large Russian guard unit left. These guys will hold. I think these guys aren't going to break. They're in it to win it. I'll catch you all in another video.